Hey, Scott Taylor, this is John at the Dozen Eagle. If you will, kind of take us through mentally how you stay prepared on the sidelines as you're getting ready to maybe go out there at any point. What's kind of your routine on game day?
Um, Really just, taking my kicks and not really overdoing it on the sideline, but just doing enough just to stay fresh. I ride the bike a lot over there on the sideline. Just a few practice kicks, but really just ultimately just feeling good in myself, like in the net and having good contact, and just really just creates the confidence that I need to go out there.
A couple of more quick questions. You're working with a Quentin Skinner, a guy who's been around a while, and with Goose being a new guy as far as being a holder, I guess kind of talk about y'all working together and how I guess comforting it is to have someone like Quentin that can get the ball where it needs to be every time.
Yeah, I mean Quentin is the best in the nation, 100%. Like he should be snapping on Sundays pretty soon here, and so it makes it easier for Goose, which makes it easier for me. Like it's just we worked a lot over the summer, and well, really starting back in the spring and then into the summer. I mean, a lot of extra days, a lot of extra snaps, just working, getting comfortable with each other. I mean, I have the most confidence in both of those guys that they're going to get the exactly what I need.
You missed the one kick is all so far this year against JMU, and that was really close. I guess talk about just bouncing back from that this week with two nice field goals and just your mentality on putting that one behind.
Yes, sir. I mean, really, it was just knowing that my team still had faith in me. I mean, but ultimately, I mean, the biggest thing for me is, I mean, my identity is not in football. My identity is in my faith. It's in Christ, and knowing that no matter what, at the end of the day, that's still the most important thing to me, and that just kind of helps me just get confidence and move past that.
Actually, got another question. You're kicking here in your hometown where you grew up, and so every time y'all play out there, there's family, there's friends, there's former high school teammates, that kind of thing. How fun is that just to be right here in Troy and being able to do what you're doing?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, it is great. I mean, I'll have all my friends will text me before the game, hey, we're coming, and coming to support you and everything, and it's fun. I'll get to most of the time after the game, whenever we go and high five the student section, I'll see most of them out there, and so it's nice having a really big support system.
And just to piggyback off of that, Scott Taylor, how comforting is it then? Like this is where you basically lived your whole life, and now you're kicking in the same stadium you probably kicked in, in high school and stuff like that. How comforting is it? Just kind of makes your life a little bit easier.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, obviously, I grew up a Troy fan, so I was loved Troy as a kid, watched Troy football growing up and everything. So it's really this is where I had always wanted to go, kind of thing, and it was just like kind of I guess like a dream come true kind of thing for me to be at Troy and now playing at Troy. It's just it's awesome, just really soaking in every minute of it.
Hey, I have a quick question about morale. You guys falling at Kansas State and then falling at JMU, but you're able to get a big win at home against Western Kentucky. I guess, what did that do for morale as y'all are getting ready to head to Atlanta to take on an undefeated conference opponent?
I mean, really, I guess the win kind of gave us a little bit of momentum, but ultimately, I mean, the morale was the same the entire time, even from preseason all the way till after Kansas State and JMU. We were always up. We knew that that we that we're talented and that we've worked really hard and that we're gonna get what we've worked hard for.
Scott Taylor, you knew you had to earn the job, obviously this spring and summer going into the season. What did you do over the preseason or during the spring and summer to get better? Who did you work with? What did you do on your own? What kind of things made you a better kicker?
Yeah, so spring 2022, Summerall had met with me after that spring semester and just told me that I just needed to get my leg strength up, and there was a lot that I needed to work on from a strength-wise standpoint if I wanted to eventually earn the starting job. And so really it was just kind of that. I mean, I worked with Brooks Buse, our kicker from last year, a lot. I work with I got a couple kicking coaches that I work with still. But one of the main things that really helped was, I mean, obviously our strength staff with Coach Witt and Coach Collin. They like really helped me out a lot. I was over the summer working out, like doing extra workouts and stuff, just to kind of get more explosive, get more leg strength for my field goals and kickoffs.
So you said get that leg strength up. I mean, did you see what was the exact number on your yardage, if you know it, that you increased? And have you seen that kind of come into play this year? That increase in yardage has helped you make any field goals so far?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it kind of helps with the confidence of it. I mean, I feel pretty good now. I mean, just wherever, just because it's not, you're not gonna be cutting it close on any of the field goals, like just barely sneaking it over the crossbar. And that was kind of an issue whenever we got into our longer range field goals with me, was just that I didn't have that leg strength. I was really having to like get a hold of it kind of. But now it's I got confidence in my range and how our game plan works and everything.
At WTBY in Dothan. Coach just spoke so highly of you, talking about your progression really on the field. Just talk about the motivation that goes into, playing your best each week.
I mean, well, it starts in practice every week. I just attack the day every day in practice. Go to work every day with a good attitude, and just play out through the week and see how it plays out on Saturday.
Just a follow-up to that question, how would you say you've been mentally preparing for this team? Georgia State, of course, being undefeated and in conference play. What do you think mentally it takes to get the win?
I mean, just like I said in the previous question, I believe that we got to have a great week of practice. It starts off with that, and I feel like if we go to work every day this week in practice and attack the day with a good attitude, I feel like I'm very confident in the outcome on Saturday.
Deshon, John and Gunner have kind of talked about this wide receiver group as being one of the most talented that's existed, at Troy in some time. From your perspective, being in that room, it obviously probably feels like any guy at any time can make, the play. How much fun is it playing with those guys out there?
Man, I can't like that feeling is just knowing that you have multiple guys in the group that can go out and make plays when their name is called is just like a unexplainable feeling. I mean, it just makes the game easier, So, man, it's kind of unexplainable. It's always a good time watching those guys make plays and stuff like that.
And can you speak about the how great of an addition Chris Lewis has been to that unit as well?
Man, he's been outrageous. I mean, he's a freak of nature, man. I love Chris, man. His locker is right beside mine. So I spend a good amount of time with Chris, just being in the facility and things. He's just a great dude, man. I'm glad to have him on the team.
Hey, Deshon, this Tyler White, WDH here in Dothan. Obviously, wide receiver room full of playmakers. I mean, as a wide receiver yourself, you see it from a different perspective. What do you think makes this room so dynamic?
That's a good question. I feel like what makes the group very dynamic is everybody play like everybody in the group has their own play style. Like we do different things. Like for example, Chris, big tall guy, can jump up and make the aggressive catches. Jabri Barber is a shifty guy we got in the slot and can move real quick and get out flank the defense, and just like things like that. I mean, I feel like we all have our different style of play.
A quick follow-up then. I mean, if you just had a quick rattle off the brain, a pro comparison for, Chris, Jabri, yourself.
I'm sorry, I couldn't really hear you.
I said if you had a quick rattle off the top of your head, a pro comparison for the guys in the room.
A comparison?
Yeah.
I feel like our work ethic. I mean, not only just me, myself, as I was saying in earlier question. The group, I feel like as a group, we do a good job of attacking practice. So just with that being said, I think our work ethic is a pretty common thing that we have.
Hey, Deshon, this is John Johnson at the Dothan Eagle. Being from Stone Mountain, does it make it more exciting for you to go back to play in Atlanta? And do you know any of the players on the Georgia State team?
As of right now, I don't think I know any current players on the Georgia State. Well, actually, I lied. I played 7-on-7 with the safety, Barquise Brown. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a huge opportunity for me to go back home as a senior. Sure, I'm gonna have the whole family outside, so it's gonna be a good one.
Deshon, do you sort of feel yourself kind of finding your groove and settling in now? I think you maybe missed a couple of spring practices with an injury and kind of sat out the fall a little bit. Do you sort of find yourself finding your rhythm back, with this offense again?
Definitely. I mean, I feel very confident. I mean, of course, the injury pushed me back a little bit, but I definitely feel like I'm getting back in the groove with everything.
You seem to have your big games kind of when you get going early, get the offense early. How important is it for you to kind of get some catches early in the game just to kind of get yourself in a good rhythm and involved?
I mean, I feel like that's very important. I don't know, it's just like adrenaline. It's like an adrenaline build up. But like, yeah, I feel like just getting going early, it makes it easy to just keep it up,
And Deshon, last, from me for you, obviously the last time this team played at Georgia State wasn't really a great ending for y'all, with the loss there. How much would it mean to you to go back home and get a win in your senior season?
Man, I mean, that'll mean a lot to me. Like I said before, it's gonna be a huge opportunity, and I believe we can get it done.